Content analysis is the most important techniques of the English language. So each and every teacher should know the content analysis, how we can analyze the different poem and prose in the best way. So first, before going to analysis the content, we should know what is the mean of the content analysis. Now we discuss the what is content analysis. From this text we better to understand what is the mean of the content analysis. The content analysis is the preparatory works before going to lesson plan. According to the Bernard Bergson's a research technique for the objective, systematic and quantitative description of manifest content of the communications. It serves as a guide to the English teachers in the planning and transaction of a lesson, whether it is a prose or poem. So this is the content analysis, where this is the preparatory works of a teachers, how it analyzes the content in a better way. So this means the objective, systematic and the quantitative description of a manifesto. There are different type of content on the prose as well as the poem. The content analysis is divided into two types. One is the content analysis of the prose and other is the content analysis of the poetry. So these are the both are the different from each other. Then there are different techniques how you can analyze both prose as well as the poetry. These are the most important 5 components of the content analysis of the prose. First one is that SGP, sense group paragraph. Then next is the main ideas, then vocabulary, then structure or patterns and function of the grammar. These are the most important element of the content analysis of the prose. So first we have to write down the name of the text, and that text we have to focus the SGP, main ideas, vocabulary, structure, pattern and function or grammar. This is the clearly analysis of the prose side. So these elements should be most focused whenever we are going to analysis of the content. So while we are analyzing the content of prose text, there are some important objective. First we have to see the first point. It develop the language skills such as LSRW. LSRW means the listening, speaking, reading and the writing. These are the most important skill of the language. The next is it enrich the learner's stock of vocabulary. He also learns various uses of language and the expressions. Then it brings mastery over the sentence patterns. The learners learn different type of sentence such as the declarative, interrogative, exclamatory, imperatives, compound, complex, clause pattern, direct and indirect speech. So these are the most important objectives of the content analysis of the prose text, because in this way the learners develop their vocabularies, also develop the skill of the 4 important skills, also mastery of the sentence pattern as well as the grammatical structure. So this is the most important objective of the prose text. Then we see the poetry side, how the content analysis of the poetry is expressed here. These are the 5 main components of the poetry. First is the main ideas, then supporting ideas, then vocabulary, then poetic expression, then poetic devices. These are the most important 5 components how we can analysis the poetry side. Then we have to write down the stanza of the poem, and that poem we have to focus the main ideas. What is the main idea of the poems? Then we have to supporting idea. What are the different idea from the poems? Then what are the different word vocabulary that find out in the poems? Then what the poetic expression is express or elaboration in the poem? Then poetic device. Then now see the what is the objective of the teaching poetry. So how we can analyze the poetry sides. The objective is to recite the poem with the proper stress, rhythm and the intonation of the enjoyment, and to identify the poetic expression used in the poem, to answer the comprehension and appreciation question, identify the rhyming words in the poems, identify the poetic devices like alternation, simile and metaphor used in the poem. So this is the most important objectives of the poetry, why we are teaching the poetry to the learners. So these are the most important grammatical side of the poetry. We can develop the different components of the learners, just like the comprehension and appreciations, and they identify also rhyming words of the poem. These are the most important facts. How the content analysis help to the students as well as the teachers. From this text we have to clearly know how it helpful to us. First, dividing the whole text into sense group paragraphs. Then find out the main ideas. What are the main ideas in the content analysis? Discovering the new vocabulary expression used in SGP. In the SGP, what are the new words and what are the expression used in the SGP? Then find out the new sentence pattern structure used in the SGPs. So what is the pattern of the sentence and the structures used in the SGP? Then focusing at the functional grammar used in the sense group of the paragraph. So what are the functional grammar used in the sense group paragraphs? We have to identify and find out the different grammatical portions from the content analysis also. So it is most helpful for the teachers and learners also. The role of the English teacher is most important in the content analysis. So while making content analysis, the English teacher is involved in the performing of the following tasks. So these tasks should be must remember by the time of content analysis. First one is the identify the main ideas and supporting ideas of the poems. Next is the find out the word vocabulary items used in the poems. Then find out the beautiful expression, poetic expression used in the poems. Then identify the poetic device like rhyming words, alternation, simile, a metaphor, etc. These are the most important elements which should be focused whenever we are going to analyze the content. So each and every English teacher should know that whenever they content analysis given tasks to students, they given the different type of tasks to clear it.